Hello, we are going to continue on page 574. First, we're going to right-click on the Wisconsin Census Tracts and open Attribute Table. Earlier, we did join the table, and you can see that from Data, the field we want to see is the track FIPS. Data track FIPS. We are looking for, right here. And we're going to use the knowledge we gained in previous videos to perform a select by attributes query using this SQL statement. First, we're going to go select by attributes. In the SQL statement expression box, we are going to put data tracks FIPS is not none, is not none, space, not null, hit apply. And let's verify real quick. Okay. So now we're going to see what happened. Apply the selection and then close the selection attribute table and show only the selected records. So we can see 1100 out of 123 is selected. 110. So now show, and we go to this bottom, click right here is show selected records. So now the question asked how many census tracts in the state of Wisconsin qualify as food desert. Is 110. We are going to move the table out of the way so that you can see correspondingly which counties are selected on this map. So the tracts outlined in cyan are food deserts. Because you have joined the food desert data to spatial data, you can present this information graphically on a map. So we're going to close the table and tracts will remain selected on the map. Joins only exist within a map document. They are not permanent. However, at this point, you can create a new feature class of food desert polygon that includes their census attributes as well as their ERS attributes. To do this, you must export the selected feature to a new permanent feature class. So you will do that. We are going back to the table of contents, and we are going to right-click on census tracts, and we're going to click data and export data. Notice that the first option is set to export only the selected feature of the selected layer. Maintain the first two default options. So now so you can do all feature, but now we want the selected features. And we're going to save them in chapter 17, My Data. So if you work in your folder, that it's better you create a folder that to save the document, so it's easier for you to find some outputs. So now usually you name the folder My Data or my or Scratch folder that you can use as a Scratch folder that you can put things there. Now we are going to put the output location, and we browse to My Data folder for chapter 17, and we're going to click Save Type Error and click File and Personal Geodatabase Feature Class if necessary. So we're going to click my Wisconsin geodatabase and click inside, and then we're going to name it. And we're going to type food deserts. And now we're going to save it. And it will be back to this window. We make sure that it's in my jump drive, getting to know ArcGIS folder, and it's under Chapter 17, My Data and My Wisconsin Geodatabase Food Desert. So we're going to hit OK. Now we're going to clear the selection. But we have to wait for this export process. And now it's done, and you get a warning. Do you want to add the exported data to the map as a layer? We're going to click yes. And now, thank you so much for your patience. Now we added this layer, yay! And then we're going to click this button, Clear Selected Feature. So now we clear the selected feature. We're going to change the table of contents to the drawing order view and change the name of the layer to Wisconsin Food Desert. We are going to type Wisconsin and Food Desert. Now we're going to hit enter. So now we're going to symbolize the new layer using a 10% ordered strip pattern. To do that, we can double click that and 10% ordered stripple pattern. And we want 40% outline, gray 40% outline. So outline with 40% gray, 40% gray, and then the white still remains. And we're going to do 35% for transparency so we can see it better. And then right click on it and go to property for the display, and transparent we're going to make it 35% and hit apply, hit OK. And now we're going to zoom to layer to see it better. So now you can see this picture, and here is where the food desert area in Wisconsin. Hopefully it's not included in your area. And now if you're interested in other places, like I have a friend, he works on a project, the food desert in Kansas, so that he can play around to find which area or which state counties have the food desert area and where are they. You can identify and to help with the people to improve their food accesses. Alright, now let's move on to the next exercises. We're going to relating data. Now tables should be associated by a relate instead of a join. When records in the layer attribute table, the target may have many matches in the relate table, a one-to-many or many-to-many relationship. When tables are related, you can highlight records in either table and see the matching records highlighted in the other, where areas joins are performed to create new layers to symbolizing labeling, querying, and analysis. Relates are used for data exploration. Although the result is not a new dataset, it is valuable nonetheless in providing an organized view of the relationships between existing datasets. The food desert data was calculated for census tracts in this exercise. So now, although county governments in cooperation with federal programs are likely to tackle the problem. So now here in this video, we're going to overlay food desert census tracts on Wisconsin counties to get a quick visual of how many food desert tracts there are in each county. Then you will relate the food desert table to a county layer to make it easy to pull up all the food desert details associated with each county. Because some county contain multiple census tracts that qualify as food desert, the relationship is one to many, one county, many census tracts. In this case, a join isn't helpful. You need to relate the tables instead. Now we're going to close this exercises and we're going to open the second one up. So in ArcMap, we open the exercise 17B map document from our chapter 17 folder. So this map looks much like the map you worked with previous videos, but instead of census tracts, you see polygons representing Wisconsin counties before you relate the tables. You will first examine the relationship between counties and food desert. We're going to turn the Wisconsin food desert layer off and then on to get an idea where the food desert tracts are in relation to county boundaries. So now I'm going to zoom to layer and you can see better. And I'm going to turn on and off. So you can see that some counties have no food desert, like right here, and right here. And others have a multiple food desert, like here and right here, and those multiple. And there are many small food desert tracts that are difficult to see at the scale. But even with a carefully chosen symbology schemes, it can be very hard to tell which food desert tracts fall within which counties. So next, you will use the Select Features tool to get a better understanding of the data before relating tables. Now we're going to change the table of contents view to list by selection. The map document was saved with a selection scheme that allows only the county to be selectable. So now you can see this is green and this already toggled. In the table, in the toolbars, we're going to select feature 2. Select features tool. Just click the button, not the arrow right next to it. So the default tool option for selection is to select by rectangular. So not from here, it's from here. And this means you can either draw a rectangle to select features that intersect the rectangle or simply click to select a feature. So on the map, we're going to click any county that looks at the scale. So if it is a multiple food desert census tracts. So now we're going to just follow the book, just click this one. So click around the map to select other counties. One at a time, you may also try drawing a small rectangle to select a county. If you accidentally select several counties at once, just click outside of the state of Wisconsin to clear the selection and start over. So we can do it like this. It's not food desert. We can make this selected and select this one. And we can select county. This is for counties. And other is just for food desert. Okay, now there are several ways to clear selected features. We can click outside the extent of selectable layers. So if you click this, it will just switch If you want to deselect it, you can click anywhere, but not the Wisconsin County. So anywhere out.